Welcome back to the channel. We are going to get a quick 20 to 30 minutes in at the gym. For all the mommies out there trying to stay strong, trying to stay fit, and keep it going, right? So this is for women who are already mothers, women who are planning to be mothers and prepping to be mothers. Giving birth, labor is an intense day for you. So we want to make sure we stay strong. And mommies are always like, I want to get my back, my snap back together. I want to get it right. I want to get it tight. This is how you do it. You have to move. It's not going to feel good at all. You're going to really have to get back in the groove of things. My daughter's only a year and a half, and it's still sometimes a struggle, right? Those toddlers are trying to kill us. All right. This channel is dedicated to women who are trying to get back into shape, trying to get back into their groove, specifically mothers who have been mothering for some years now, some months now, or women who are prepping to be mothers. It is very important to stay active, keep your body strong, because housing and delivering a human is not easy. It is not an easy task, and a lot of women get tired and fall victim to a lot of issues, right, when you are giving birth. And we don't want that. We want to stay healthy during our pregnancy. We want to stay fit. We want to stay in control and do what we are meant to do naturally here on earth. So these videos are for you and for me because, you know, I need to get back into the groove. Remember, genetics is a factor, right? I might snap back quicker than some other women. Some other women may snap back quicker than some other women. Some people might not even be here for necessarily weight loss. You might just be here just to feel good, to feel strong, to be able to pick up your 20-pound baby, your 15-pound baby, your 12-pound baby, your 32-pound toddler. You know, you just want to feel strong. You might have multiple kids, right? So we want to make sure that we give our bodies the time and energy and effort. Telling yourself daily, finally, I take time, right? That is my motto, that is my brand. Finally, I take time to XYZ, whatever it is. But daily, take time for yourself. We give to not only our babies to develop and grow, but we put our energy into a lot of other things and a lot of other people, whether it's cooking, cleaning, work, school, what have you. And then we also are trying to find time for ourselves. So this is the time to do so. And we are in the gym today, so we're gonna get it. We're working on glutes. Okay, so let's get into the warm-up first and foremost. Always want to warm up, and if you are old like me, you definitely want to do that. So we have lateral walks right into monster walks with the band. Then we have some hip hinges with the light band. We're just warming up the hip here. Up next, we have forward lunges. We have some lunges going forward. I did about 8 to 10, and then I lunged back in a reverse lunge, okay? Yes, so we should be all warmed up, and we are gonna move on. Okay, so the first movement is going to be a sumo squat with a dumbbell. You don't necessarily have to go super heavy. We're just focusing on coming down nice and slow. The more time you spend under tension, the better for growth, right? And we're only doing 10. Here, the first round, it was looking a little sus. I'm not gonna lie. I was not getting as deep as I should, but the next 3 rounds, I was down there. So we have a sumo right into single leg glute bridges, which kill. So here we're going into the single leg glute bridge. This is a great movement. You don't even have to do this with weight if you are just starting out. And sometimes you don't even if you're not a beginner, just body weight is enough because you're, working off of one side of the body only. And especially if your glutes are not as strong, it is going to be difficult. So in these movements, it's very important to squeeze and use the muscle and contract the muscle as you're moving.
So this is the second round, and see how much deeper I got? You see what I'm doing here, ladies? All right, we are going all the way down. We're getting all up in there, okay? Make sure you are breathing properly. We want to breathe in and brace the core on the way down, and then breath out as we come up at the top. We're gonna go right into the bridges again, and as you can see, I'm looking like I'm going through it. I had to get a little sippy sip because I was really going through it. So next up, I think this is the third round, but we are gonna kind of like speed through this because you've already seen this before. But if you can see, I'm coming down nice and slow, and I'm getting way deeper. Do you see it? Do you see that depth? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, so get up in there, okay? We're gonna go right to the next movement. Back to the single leg glute bridge. Yeah, so we are doing these for 10 and 10 on the opposite side. And these things here were burning, as you can see from my face. And then I throw the weight down, and I need a second. Now from the back, I just want you to see how low I'm getting, okay? Just a different angle. Ooh, I'm down there, okay? So I really want you to take your time coming all the way down, trying to keep that back nice and tight and nice posture. Chest is up, and we finish off with our last round of glute bridges, single leg, all right? Cool. So up next, we have a movement that I got from a channel that I love to watch called Renaissance Periodization by Dr. Mike. He was doing this with some women, and the way he did the RDLs just took me out, and I was like, ooh, I want to try that. And when I did, my ass was like, thank you. So it's almost like a mixture of, well, it is, I guess, a mixture of an RDL right into a deadlift. So if you can see, if you look closely, I'm pushing my hips back just like a regular RDL, but then I start to bend my knees. In an RDL, you might have your knees slightly bent, but you do not move at the knee, right? With the RDL, you're just worried about the hip hinging and shooting back and getting a nice stretch through your hamstrings, but you are not bending the knee. But with this one, we mix the two. So if you really want to spice up your glutes, go ahead and try this movement. It feels crazy on your butt. Also, this is the second round. I just went right into it, okay? So the second round, I did take a break, but we don't have much time. We got to get to it.
These last two sets with dumbbell rows, right? So we're hitting that movement like an RDL and a deadlift, and I got that from this channel. I can't stop doing my RDLs like that now because it just makes your butt feel like. So yeah, but we're gonna superset these last two so we can speed up the process and get the back end and the lower back going, so. With just some lunges into kettlebell swings. We're gonna superset because supersets are great for time. All right, so finisher. We have 20 lunges, kettlebells for 45 seconds to finish, and that will be it. I get my timer. All right, ladies, mamas to be, let's go ahead. 20 steps forward. 1, 2, 3.
So here with the kettlebell swing, you want to make sure that your hip is going back, right? And we don't necessarily have to put the kettlebell weight all the way up. Sometimes I see people throwing it all the way up, but they're not snapping and popping with their quads, their glutes, or using their hip properly, right? So we want to make sure that we are shooting our hips back and we are popping those quads, okay? It's very important to pop the quads, not the knees, the quads, and lead with that hip, all right? Okay, so that wraps up our workout at the gym, ladies. Really quick, glute focus, leg focus. We are just going to stretch. We are going into a pigeon position to stretch out the glute. We're stretching out the hamstring, lower back. Before all of your workouts, please make sure that you give yourself time to warm up. If you are old like me, you need a warm up and you need to stretch after, okay? Because you don't want to pop something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're just stretching out here, taking our time, stretching out the back, the lower back. My back is looking pretty cute right there. I'm not even gonna hold you. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please tell yourself daily, finally I take time to take care of myself, and I see you next time.